going to take your history as well as civics class. Let me first take your history class. Jainism and Buddhism. Today I am going to give you the question answers of this chapter. Before giving the question answers, let me tell you that in my previous class I have already given you the answers of question 1 to 15 and now I am going to give you the question answers from question 16. Question 16. How did Gautama come to be known as Buddha? Answer. In search of truth, Gautama sat under a peepal tree at both Gaya and remained in meditation till he attained spiritual knowledge. Ultimately, the true light dawned on him and he came to be known as the Buddha. Number 17. Name the place where Buddha got enlightenment. Answer. Buddha got enlightenment while sitting under a peepal tree at Bodh Gaya. Number 18. Name the place where Buddha gave his first sermon. Answer. Buddha gave his first sermon at the deer park near Sarnath. Number 19. What are the 4 noble truths of Buddhism? Answer. The 4 noble truths of Buddhism are: the world is full of sufferings and sorrows. Number 2. The main cause of sufferings is man's desire for sensual pleasure and earthly possession. Number 3. Sufferings can be removed by getting rid of desires. Example, renunciation. Number 4. One can overcome desire by following the Eightfold Path. Question 20. Mention any 4 points of the Buddhist Eightfold Path. Answer. 4 points of Buddhist Eightfold Paths are: number 1, right faith; number 2, right action; number 3, right living; and number 4, right speech. Number 21. Mention any 2 teachings of Lord Buddha. Answer. 2 teachings of Lord Buddha are based on 4 noble truths. The 2 teachings are: number 1, the world is full of sorrow and suffering; number 2, the main cause of suffering is man's desire; number 22. Mention 2 factors that led to the spread and growth of Buddhism. Answer. 2 factors that led to the spread and growth of Buddhism are: number 1, simple teachings of Buddha. Buddha's teachings were quite simple. He was against complicated rituals and ceremonies and strongly opposed all forms of sacrifices. Number 2, simple language. Buddha and his disciples used only popular dialects as vehicles for their teaching. They discarded the complicated Sanskrit language of the Vedic scriptures, which was unintelligible to the ordinary people. Number 23. Mention any 2 similarities in the teachings of Jainism and Buddhism. Answer. The 2 similarities in the teachings of Jainism and Buddhism are: number 1, both the religion were taught in common language of the people; number 2, both the religion opposed caste system. Number 24. Mention 2 important features of each: Mahayana and Hinayana Buddhism. Answer. 2 important features of Mahayana are: Mahayana believed Buddha to be God, worshipped images, introduced rituals and adopted Sanskrit, whereas Hinayanists did not look at Buddha as an incarnation of God. They were the original sect. Number 25. Mention any 2 causes of the decline of Buddhism. Answer. 2 causes of the decline of Buddhism were: number 1, split in Buddhism; number 2, corruption in Buddhist Sangha. And with this I am ending my history class. Now let me take your civics. Basic features of the Constitution. Today I am going to give you the question answers of this chapter. Question 1. Make out the distinction between a written and an unwritten constitution. Answer. A written constitution is one which sets forth in a single written instrument most of the principles under which government shall be organized and conducted, whereas an unwritten constitution is one which has never been codified by a constituent assembly. It is based on a large number of legislative acts, judicial decisions, customs and usages. Number 2. Name any 2 prominent features of the Constitution of India. Answer. 2 prominent features of the Constitution of India are: number 1, democratic and republican feature; number 2, parliamentary or the cabinet system of government. Number 3. Name the 3 lists which specify the subject matter of laws made by Parliament and by the legislature of the state. Answer. The 3 lists which specify the subject matter of laws made by the parliament and by the legislatures of the state are number 1, union list, number 2, state list, and number 3, concurrent list. Number 4, what is meant by universal adult franchise? Answer: universal adult franchise refers to the voting right of an Indian citizen who has attained 18 years or above. Number 5. What are the main characteristics of a federation? Answer: the main characteristics of a federation are number 1, written constitution, number 2, dual polity, number 3, division of powers, and number 4, Supreme Court. Number 6. Give any 2 centralizing features of the Constitution of India or give 2 evidences that cause you to believe that Indian Federation is a quasi-federation. Answer: our constitution establishes a dual polity in which the powers are divided between the union and the state government. The constitution has all the characteristics of a federation. The union or the central government has been vested with too many powers, and the Supreme Court acts as the final interpreter of the constitution, and thus Indian Federation has been characterized as a quasi-federation. The centralizing features of the constitution are number 1, the emergency provision, number 2, the provision that the governor of the state shall be appointed by the president. Number 7, mention one feature of a parliamentary or a cabinet system of government. Answer: one feature of a parliamentary or cabinet system of government is the head of the state function as nominal head of the executive. His functions are chiefly formal or ceremonial in nature. Question 8. How can you say that the Constitution of India establishes a parliamentary form of government? Answer: the Constitution of India has all the features of a parliamentary form of government. That is, the president functions as a nominal head of the executive. All the real powers are vested in the hands of the Prime Minister, and the Council of Ministers is responsible to the Lok Sabha. Question 9. What is meant by judicial review? Answer: the Supreme Court and the High Court have the power to determine whether or not the acts of the central or state governments are permitted by the Constitution, and this is known as judicial review. Number 10. Define a welfare state. Answer: a welfare state is one that provides for the citizen a wide range of social services such as education, medical care, and financial aid during old age, sickness, or unemployment. Question 11. Differentiate between a rigid constitution from a flexible one. Answer: a rigid constitution is one which sets up a difficult procedure for its amendment. In such constitutions, special majority is needed for framing and altering constitutional laws, whereas a flexible constitution is one which can be changed or amended in the same way as ordinary laws of the land. And with this, I am ending my today's class. Goodbye.